The man accidentally dropped his newborn son and killed him on the spot. Holding the baby's bloody, lifeless body in his arms, he stood frozen, completely at a loss for what to do. Terrified and unable to bring himself to tell his wife the truth, he decided to pretend nothing had happened. Gently, he placed the baby back into the crib and covered him with a towel. When his wife got home, she rushed straight into the nursery to check on the baby, unaware of the small smudge of blood on the doorknob. Just as she reached out to pick up their son, her husband suddenly stopped her. He told her that it had taken forever to get the baby to fall asleep and asked her not to wake him. Deep down, he knew the lie wouldn't hold forever, but he hadn't yet figured out how to break the news without making an already devastating situation even worse. He knew all too well how easily his wife could spiral into rage over even the smallest mistake. If she found out that he had accidentally killed their baby, he couldn't even begin to imagine the fallout. And the most unbearable part of it all? The entire tragedy began with something as simple as a brand new coffee table. Just the day before, they had been shopping at a furniture store when a salesman struck a nerve. The man told him that this particular coffee table was a must-have for real men, a symbol of toughness and resilience. That hit home. At their house, he was the classic pushover, completely under his wife's control, with barely any say in anything. The salesman kept pushing, insisting that every strong man should own a piece like this. Solid, unbreakable, a reflection of strength and manhood. Desperate to prove himself, especially in front of a stranger, the husband insisted on buying the table. His wife dismissed it coldly, which only made his frustration boil over. At home, he usually obeyed every one of her decisions, from how he dressed, to how the house was decorated, to how they managed their finances. But in that moment, something in him snapped. Even if it was just a coffee table, he wanted to make one decision for himself, just once. Despite her objections, he secretly used money he had stashed away, money saved from cutting back on cigarettes and alcohol, to buy the table. When they got home, his wife scolded him nonstop for being disobedient again. But for the first time, he pushed back and said, "I used my own money to buy something I like. What's wrong with that?" Still, she saw it as a complete waste of money and coldly said, "You would have been better off spending that money on the baby." With that, she grabbed her purse and left for the supermarket. She had no idea that when she walked out that door, it would be the last time she'd ever see her child alive. As soon as she left, all the frustration the husband had bottled up finally exploded. He picked up the baby and began celebrating what he called his small victory as a man. But in the very next second, the unthinkable happened. Tragedy struck without warning.